Thank you for tuning in today's episode of the Real Estate Edit. I am your host, Sabi Gutierrez with EXP Realty, and I'm really excited to bring today's episode. We have a very special guest, and her name is Amanda Whitespeare with Cityside Properties.
Hello.
And we're going to be talking about what's on everybody's mind, EXP, and why EXP. So you guys tune in and listen in. Thank you, Amanda, for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
So my name is Amanda. I created a team with my husband probably about 6 years ago called Cityside Properties. 2.5 years ago we found EXP Realty, and we've been there now 2.5 years. It's an amazing model. It's completely different than anything we've ever heard of before. So we always like to sit down and kind of share people our experience. Our little team, we're small but mighty. We sold 250 homes last year. Our goal is 300 this year. Last year, Houston Business Journal ranked us number 8 out of, I think, 38,000 Houston realtors. So we're growing. We have fun.
So you guys really love EXP and what it's done for your family and your life. And so can you tell us and tell the viewers, what is EXP? Can you explain the cloud and...
Sure. It's a completely different model. It's a lot of info for sure. When we were first approached by a close friend about the company, we were at a bigger brand, and we're like, oh, thanks but no thanks. We're very busy selling real estate. We thought we had real estate figured out. We were at the time selling about 175 homes per year, and we felt gaps in our business, but we didn't know how to fill them, and we didn't think that this online company would be able to, people think about a brokerage, you think you're just there just in case I get sued. You never think they're going to be this huge support system and grow your business, and this company has been. It's a cloud-based company, which means we are able to grow at the speed of the internet. It's very agile. Everything is online, but then also here locally we have a lot of support. We have a gorgeous Regis office, so we get to meet every week and meet other agents. It's very collaborative.
And you say everything is online, so what about training?
So there are over 20 hours of live training every week. So you pick up your computer, you can have it going on in your background while you multitask and do work. You can train from home or your office or the gym or anywhere you have internet, the beach, hopefully. And then there's also on-demand training. So they record all of the trainings, and it's a place where you can pause, you can take notes, you can learn at your own pace, and then you can go back into the classrooms and ask questions. So lots of training.
Wow. So tell us about support staff.
So there are over 200 full-time employees in the cloud, which is amazing because you think about a technology company, right? We want instant gratification.
Yes.
We want it now. And a brokerage, you want support, and you know that the faster you get that answer to your client, the better a realtor you look like. And sometimes that's hard to do when you have several agents underneath your company. And so here there's over 200 people. They're there. They're willing to help you. There's a legal team if you have legal questions. There's a geek squad if you have... I'm not tech savvy, believe it or not.
Me either.
They can fix your computer for you. There's pretty much a transaction team. There's a section for anything you can imagine, just to get your answers.
So they can help you from anywhere to building your own website, helping you create a team, to just setting up your own email.
Absolutely.
So,
anything you can imagine, they're there, and it's at the touch of your fingertips. You don't have to fight this crazy Galleria traffic to get there. I mean,
I know it gets so bad.
It is.
So anywhere it takes you about an hour to get anywhere.
No babysitters required for training, which is huge for me. I have a 2- and a 4-year-old, so it's very fast and efficient.
So, and I wanted to ask you about the mentoring program, because I hear there's a lot of misconception with EXP that EXP is for new agents. What's your take on that?
I think it's for any agent who wants to grow their business. I think it's almost, I kind of joke that it's like real estate met Wall Street, because it's it teaches you how to treat your business like a business. And a lot of companies, it's just, get a client, sell a house, get a client. And there's so much more to that, to having your own business. And so they really cater to anyone who's interested in growing. And so for new agents, they have a mentorship program, which I love, because they'll team you up with someone who's experienced, who can sit down with you and show you how to fill out that contract, or how to show that house, or how to do that open house. And so it's really like, hand-holding, if you will. which is amazing because you have all this online support, but then locally you have this contact, this person.
I remember when I first started in real estate, I went through all the classes and had my license, and when I got the contract, I didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
I was so excited. My clients wanted to make that offer, and then I sat there and I said, how do I fill this out?
Right, yeah. They teach you how to pass the test, and then the learning begins.
And I remember one of the agents, she was so sweet, and she sat there with me, and she explained it and showed me where everything went, and it was so nice. I still remember her, Kim. She was so nice.
Oh, thanks, Kim.
But I just remember it was kind of scary at first. So that's awesome that someone who's seasoned can help you through that process, because it's scary.
Yes, and it's, to be honest, as an independent contractor, it's kind of lonely. You're out there, and in real estate in general is very competitive, and it's hard to find an environment to where someone will sit down and take that time and not expect anything in return. And this company really breeds collaboration. Like, if I'm growing and you're growing and revenue is growing and there's stocks involved, so the company is hopefully growing. Every Friday, speaking of trainings, we have something called iConversations, and it's the top salespeople of the nation, like the rock stars. It's amazing. And they sit on this little virtual stage and they tell their secrets of, this is how I sold 500 homes last year, or this is how I got that builder contract. And so you really get to learn from their mistakes and from their growth of what to do and how to grow your business. And there's no secrets. It's not like, I'm going to keep all this to myself.
I think that's EXP's culture or motto, that everyone is working side by side to help one another. There's not a competition between anyone. Everyone's here to help one another if they need the help.
Right.
Because I know in this business, it's every man for themselves, right?
Yes. And you're only as good as your last 30 days, so it's very stressful. But here it's just different mindset for sure.
And speaking of that, can you talk to us a little bit? I know everybody's wondering. Can we go over stock options and rev share and referral fees?
Sure. So EXP is a publicly traded company. We're on the NASDAQ. Our ticker symbol is EXPI. Mm-hmm. I know last year we hit, in our day one, the NASDAQ valued us at $1 billion company, which was like...
That's amazing.
It's pretty big. Like those, they're rock stars. You guys are doing a good job. And so I feel like any person in any business and any brokerage that you're with, your goal should be long-term 7 streams of income, right? Like life-proof yourself to where if you need to take off, a week of work for a vacation or a month off of work for a sick relative, or, life happens. 7 streams of income is kind of going to life-proof yourself and hopefully help you retire one day and take care of your family. So it's very important to me. I've never really had that business mindset before. Mm-hmm. I was always like, get a client, close the house. But the funny thing is, as soon as you have a closing, you're fired.
And you have to start all over again. And it's scary sometimes because you don't know where that next client's going to come from.
Right.
You're just kind of thinking, okay, what do I do now?
And how long they're going to take to find a house, or if they're going to get pre-approved right away. So for me, as many streams of income as possible was huge. This was a big why for me. They have stock options, and there's 5 different ways as an EXP agent to get stock, which is amazing. I mean, if you have your first closing, they give you stock. If you refer a friend and they sign up and they close, they get stock and you get stock. If you cap, you get stock. I mean, there's just so many different ways to grow your portfolio, if you will, that I would have never had at another company. I actually had someone that I was talking with last week, and she was with a different company that was also publicly traded, but they didn't give stock. And she had been with them for 30 years, and she was a little frazzled, and I was like, do you have any questions? How can I help? And she said, if the company I'm with right now would have just given me stock on my first transaction of every year, I could have retired by now.
Wow.
I know, and I'm like, I didn't even think.
That's mind-blowing if you think about it.
Yeah, 30 years is a long time to be able to build a portfolio. So now we, I think that a brokerage is an investment, and you have to think, what's my return on investment for the money I'm paying this company on top of just coverage of if I get sued. But here you could actually grow a business and grow a portfolio and make a profit, which I've never seen before. They have a stock purchase program. You can opt in or opt out, totally up to you. But if you opt in, they'll take 5% of every commission check and buy stock for you at a 20% discount. It's like 20% on your money every time you have a closing.
So for those that like to invest, this is definitely a great option.
Yes, absolutely, for those business-minded realtors out there.
You know, I didn't ask you, we were talking about the cloud and the training. I forgot to ask you about the lead generation. I know that's a big deal, because we just got through talking about, closing it and starting all over again.
Yes. So I feel like on top of, being realtors and sometimes therapists and firefighters putting out those last-minute fires, we're lead generators. If we don't have a lead, a client to work with, even if we're the best realtor in the city, you don't have any business. And so we need leads. And the amazing founder of this company wanted to create something that was so great, it's almost financially irresponsible for you not to hang your license here. And so he really sat down and said, these are the things you need to be successful. One of those, obviously, is a lead generator. And so I personally use KV Core. It's completely free for me because I'm with EXP. It is amazing. I feel like technology is where everything is going in real estate and in many different industries. Artificial intelligence seems to be the big talk this week. This is a really cool program because it helps you generate leads for free. It helps you capture their information, but then it also tracks what they do and it learns their habits. And so let's say someone's on your personalized website and they're shopping for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in the Galleria for $400,000 or $500,000. It will start to learn what they're looking for and what they like, and it creates a personalized experience just for them. So it's not like HER where, everyone sees the same thing. It'll start recommending, Susie, I see that you really like this style home in this area. And so it really takes that technology and leverages it to make you look like a rock star agent, even though you're not having to spend that time doing that work.
And I guess that technology allows you to be able to help understand that buyer better.
Yes.
Because it's taking out what you don't need and just withholding what you do need, so you know what they're really looking for, because you can't read people's minds. So this is excellent.
Right.
That's so.
It's like the insider information.
Wow, that is honestly really cool. I
Yes.
sound like such a dork, but that's like really awesome.
What's so funny is sometimes you can click, we're lazy, so we click to log in with Facebook, and it'll have their real Facebook info. You can see their pictures to see if, they're, seem like they're friendly, or if they have dogs or children. And so when you go to make that phone call, it's not just a cold call. You can ask them about their pets and if they need a backyard or their schools, and they just, it makes it kind of like a warm call instead.
Yeah, because those calls are always very awkward for me.
Yeah.
I'm always try not to call. It's so weird to me, and I know that's kind of funny being a realtor, but when someone calls you and you don't know who it is, you're like,
Right.
So when you kind of feel the same way when you're calling somebody and they don't know you. So this is actually really great because you feel like you've made a connection with them.
Absolutely. And it's really helped our business. Like I said, we grew from 175 homes to 250 and hopefully 300 this year, and I really attribute it to the technology that we've been given. It's like they give you the tools, and now you have them. You can go out and run with it.
Wow. Yeah, that is awesome. And I'm sure that a lot of agents are, I guess, simply just don't know of all the tools EXP has available to them. And a lot of these tools are free.
Yes, they're all included. That it's huge. So if you could have something that will grow your business, I tell people, even if you can just get 2 extra closings per month off of doing this lead gen.
And you know what I find really cool about it also is that it'll remind you need to call so-and-so. They've looked at this home. So if you're busy and you forget that you're supposed to do something, it'll send you an email.
Yes.
You're supposed to call John Doe on Tuesday. Don't forget. So
I need that because they'll be like, I'm buying in 6 months. I'm like, I'll be busy in 6 months. And so you can set a reminder, okay, maybe in 4 months I'm going to reach out. And it does remind you.
Yeah, well, sometimes you don't know what you're doing tomorrow. So imagine 6 months from now.
Right.
It's crazy. But with this program, it makes it easy. You can remember. So is there anything else you would like to... Oh, a story.
Let's see. Oh, I wanted to talk about, like we were talking about the stocks,
Yes.
that 5% program I was telling you about, it's completely optional, but it grows, right? So far it's been really growing for us. And for me, going back to 7 streams of income, I have a close family member who was with EXP, and she's one of those people, most realtors, we have a good month and we go on vacation, and we have a slow month and we pinch pennies, and our business is like this, but we're used to that lifestyle until we get a good system in place. And I said, this is a good program for you because, we were coming from a franchise model where you're paying this royalty fee that you never got back anyway. And so we're like, okay, this you can tuck it away, you can save it, and when you want to cash it out, you can cash it out. And she's one of those people who she could have a good month and she'll make $50,000, and the next month she'll make $5,000. But no matter what, she has no money in savings. Like she has a lot of great stuff, but she's never been a saver. And so this person called me a year after being with EXP, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I have $26,000 in stock. This is so amazing." And I was like, "I'm so proud of you. You saved something. Like you have something to retire." She's like, "How can I cash it out? Like, how can I spend it?"
You're like, "That's not the purpose. You're supposed to keep it safe."
Yes, but it's
that's amazing. From having nothing to $26,000, you just don't do that.
Right. And other people's are, like my husband does a ton of real estate. His numbers are astronomically higher than that. And mine personally, I think it's like 80,000 or so worth of stock. And, I could have earned $80,000 worth of income, but to save $80,000 worth of money is a lot harder to do. So it's really nice to have that kind of tucked away.
Well, for realtors that if we don't have a 401k or we don't have some type of retirement plan in place, this kind of works as that.
Right. And imagine a 401k where there's not a penalty for pulling it out because it's yours and you own it, and there's no, it's a different way to do business for sure. Especially for realtors, we don't have those options that now we do.
And you can always reinvest it back in your business, or because you can, I know you mentioned that QB Core is free, but there's also more lead generation that you can purchase.
Yes, there's a Making It Rain program where you can pretty much throw money at it, and they do all of the work for you and just send you the leads, which is really neat.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow.
Lots of room to grow your business, and that's why we all work, right? We work to grow and to see money coming in and to be able to support our families, and so far this company has really been able to help us do that.
Absolutely. And if if anybody's interested in hearing more in depth about EXP, Amanda hosts weekly presentations on Wednesdays. So if you would like to reach out to myself or Amanda, I will make sure to put our contact information. So we'd love to have you guys if you're wanting to further your business.
Absolutely. No, it's been life-changing for me. And initially we didn't do lunch and learns. We're like, we're not going to, we're not a recruiter. We're not going to tell people about the company. We're just here for our lead gen and our stocks. And I've seen my business grow so much, and our residual income. I had never had residual income before, and I don't know if you guys do or not. We have investment properties, which helps if the tenant actually pays their rent. But this company has something called revenue share, which is almost like a referral for helping the company grow their business. So if I tell you about the company and you see that your business could grow here, you sign up, and the company pays me a referral fee every single time you have a closing until you have, which is amazing because you could tell someone else and you could tell someone else. And now we have people in our RevShare group from all over the country, and even I think 50 people in Canada in our group. In total, we have about 300 in our personal little RevShare group. And every time they have a closing, the company pays me a referral fee.
And EXP is now in all 50 states, and and has it open more in Canada?
It's open in Canada, and they're working on opening up Brazil right now, which is really exciting.
That's phenomenal. Can you imagine a company that is going to be worldwide?
Here we grow.
So something good is going on. Something good is happening.
Yes. No, and it's like I said, it's just a way to life-proof yourself. I didn't really understand residual income, and we had kind of told people about the company, but we were really busy selling homes. And my big aha of why this, you need to life-proof yourself was Hurricane Harvey. We all had that experience.
A lot of people didn't work for a very long time.
Yeah, it's hard. And you've seen the little post where you have residual bills. Why not have residual income, right? Because the bills keep coming. Like I have a car payment and my mortgage, and so we were looking out the window during Hurricane Harvey, and I was stressing out. And I was like, the water was rising, and I told my husband, I said, at the time we had 20 houses under contract. And I was like,
that's a lot of homes.
Yes, and I was like, that's a lot of closings that probably won't happen. And a lot of, are they flooded? I don't know, because I can't leave my house. And so I was telling my husband, we need to cut back on this and this and this, and how are we going to pay for that? And he pulled out his phone and he said, honey, this month we have $7,900 in RevShare coming. That'll pay our mortgage. That'll pay our car payment. That'll pay this. And so that was my first aha of, even if life happens and you can't get out of your house for a week, your bills are still paid for.
And you're just hanging out at home waiting for the flood to go down. So that's amazing. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think that everyone should at least learn about the company. I think you should be open-minded to change. Change
Absolutely.
isn't always easy, but return on investment is definitely there. It's been life-changing.
Well, the only thing constant in this world is change.
I love that.
So you have to be open to change, because if not, you will get left behind.
Yes, and technology, it's just like it's changing so fast that we need it. If you're not 2 steps ahead, you're behind.
That's
So
true.
this company is very innovative. I'm excited to be a part of it. And like you said, every Wednesday we're in the Galleria. We do lunch and learns, and we like to educate you and everyone on the company. And if it's a great fit, awesome. If it's not, that's okay too. But I think it's definitely something people should know about.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's a great company. If you just want to know a little bit about it, you're curious, come by. And also, I'd like to thank Tamara from Fidelity National Title.
Thank you, Tamara Mannon.
I get it so tongue twisted. I apologize. She was so gracious enough to let us have our show here today. So thank you so much.
Yeah, she's also my sister-in-law.
She's
a
also
little family
awesome.
plug. She's amazing.
She is.
Her team is awesome. So
She's a little rock star herself too. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
And we're here with Tamara from Fidelity National Title. I always get so tongue twisted. I'm sorry. I don't know why I do that all the time. I try to flip the words.
No, it's a big word, Fidelity National Title. No, in fact, when I first got into this business, I would say Fidelity, and people would be like, no. It's Fidelity National Title.
It's a big company.
It's a big difference. So thank you guys for coming and using our space.
Thank you for having us. It's so beautiful and posh in here. It's
Well,
gorgeous.
thank you.
Brand new and shiny.
Yes. Well, we love having lots of talent in these doors, and you ladies are definitely talent. So we're pretty honored that you asked to shoot here. And this one's an amazing interviewer too, so she's so easy to interview. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. And if you're in real estate and you need to close anything, we're at Fidelity National Title, located at 1900 West Loop South in the Galleria area. And again, thank you guys for being here. This was kind of fun and cool to watch.
It was. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.